Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and I am continuing my Series 2 of Final Girl. This is the second one so far of Series 2, and we are doing the organism at Station 2891, or The Thing, pretty much. Although I'm not too familiar with The Thing, because I have not actually seen the movie, but I know that basically it can, morph into someone, that you know. So the person right next to you might be a thing that will devour you, and that is what we will be doing, trying to figure out here. So, let's go ahead and learn a little bit about it. When Chief Scientist Samuel Lizard enticed Kate Carpenter to join him to do some very important biological research in the Arctic, she had no idea she would be fighting for her life at Station 2891 in Antarctica. Unbeknownst to the other scientists, researchers, and staff at the station, Lizard had developed a mutagenic virus that could, in theory, transform humans into superhumans versions of themselves with incredible strength, speed, and toughness. It was time to test the virus on human subjects, but knowing the risk his client, the redacted for reader safety, government insisted on a remote location and secrecy. Not even his fellow residents on the station could have known about the experiment, at least not until the subject's performance could be observed. To cover as many bases as possible, Lizard recruited scientists from a variety of backgrounds, blood types, builds, genders, and ethnicities. To avoid any suspicion, he brought some parasitic worms with him and injected them with the virus. They were the perfect introduction vehicle and would do all the work by finding a human host all on their own. He only had to preserve them until they reached the warmth of the station, then release them and wait. If the virus worked, the mutations would quickly follow, and it would be quite evident if successful. What was the point? Oh, to make them incredible strength, speed, and toughness. Okay. Most likely for weapons of war. Just a few days after their arrival at the station and the release of the parasitic worms, strange incidents of sabotage began to occur. There were no noticeable physical mutations, but someone or something at the station wasn't what they appeared. Soon after, the killing started. Lizard pulled Kate into the tool shed and realized what a grave mistake he had made, told her everything. Kate was livid. She almost killed Lizard herself in that moment, but he begged for mercy and told her he could show her how to test the others for the virus using simple materials. For her own sake, and that of the other innocents at the station, she decided to spare him and learn how to administer the test and what reaction to look for. Armed with this information, she turned to leave the lab. As she did, Lizard spoke. "I'm sorry, Kate." She turned back and opened her mouth to speak. When she saw Lizard raising the old revolver to his head, she instead just turned around to leave the room and focus on her new task, survival. Okay! It's like, oh, well, that's sorry, man, that sucks. Let's learn a little bit about Kate, because that is who I am playing. Kate Carpenter absolutely loved science. From a very young age, she had dreamed of walking alongside dinosaurs, traveling on a spaceship to planets unknown, or joining a deep-sea exploration to find creatures never seen by human eyes. Her dreams never faltered, and after she graduated with honors from a major university, she began her career as a biologist. Kate loved fieldwork and was always jumping at the chance to get out there and see, or rather research, the world. She had no idea how much that love would put her life at risk, and in ways she could never imagine. Yep, pretty much gonna see some stuff you never wish you could see in this case. So, here is how the organism at Station 2891 is played, and they definitely go hand in hand, so you actually, unlike some of the other ones where you can kind of set up one and then set up the other, you kind of have to do both on this. So, the black, gray, and it's supposed to be red, I can't find my red meeple, so in that case the pink one, are the exposed victims. So they're kind of like the yellow meeples, except that they are the ones that are kind of infected. So, let's see. Yeah, they're exposed victims, so they're never targeted or killed by a mutated organism. They can never be saved. They cannot be replaced from an event. They're always panic. So during the upkeep phase, or during the panic phase, they will always panic. And if killed by a game event, we draw a test result. So there are 3 test result cards. 2 say safe, and 1 says assimilated. I think that's what the wording was. And the safe ones mean that they are perfectly fine. If I test them myself and then I draw it and it's safe, I just replace it with a regular yellow meeple. If it is assimilated, then I reveal the rightmost mutated organism, and that's who it becomes, and that's how I win. So I win. I must test the exposed victims to find out which ones have been assimilated and destroy all of them. So there's always at least one, because there's 3 cards. But there could be as many as 3. It just depends on how badly my luck is going to be. So, because essentially, whenever I search a location, so the supply closet at the top left, yeah, so the supply closet, the tool shed, and the commander's hut, if I ever search there, I can also take a test kit, and there's always a test kit at the top, so I can get there. Or I can have them follow me to the lab, which the lab is... Oh, I can't remember. Where is the lab? Where are you? Oh, right there. So the lab is where the pink one is. So if I can get to the pink, then you can just freely do it. You can use test kits. It doesn't cost a time, doesn't cost an action or anything to just draw a card. But there's a risk, because my very first one could be like, oh, it's assimilated, and that's a creature right then and there. So that's pretty much that. Whenever they are assimilated, like I said, I reveal the rightmost one here, and whatever it is gets replaced, and then it will then do the bloodlust effect starting at the very bottom up to wherever this marker is. Let's see. That's that. For those. And the safe cards get removed. So, if I draw and assimilate it, it gets shuffled back in. So if it's my very first draw, it gets shuffled back in. And yeah. So the next one, so that's the organism. The Station 2891 has kind of 3 different things. There's the main building, which is everything except the commander's hut and the tool shed. So the main one. Outdoor spaces, which are those 4 spaces, and then the hallway spaces, which are what these are. So there's very narrow hallways. We just use these to show that there's people in there. And what's unique about this one is to save victims, I have to get them onto the helicopter. So this card right here is the helicopter, and I can take 3 people to it. So if I carry them, I can put them on there, and then they start at Arctic Station 2891, and then there's a fly faster token or card that I can get that once they get to the Arctic airport, then they escape. And then starts coming back, so it's harder to save people in this. So, yeah, that is that. I have 4 health. Horror starts at 5, which is fair because this would be horrific. I start with a 2-way radio that allows me to move a victim 1 space at the cost of a time. May not be used on the same victim more than once in a single turn. And there are tokens called Frostbite, so it means that each victim and each enemy in an outdoor space gain Frostbite or lose a health if they already have a Frostbite token. During each upkeep, discard all Frostbite tokens for anyone indoors. So if you just stay outside, you just accumulate Frostbite. Or you don't accumulate it, but you basically continue to take damage, and you have to get inside to lose it. So that is that. I have no real game plan. The starting event, or the setup card, is called Good Morning. It's not a good morning, but it's a hidden weapons cache. So each outdoor location has an armory token, and I believe if I move into one of these, I reveal it. If it's an axe, it goes away. If it has a gun, it's the armory, so that location can now be searched. There are some weapon cards that I kind of moved off to the side, so those are weapon cards that I can now get. Yeah, so locations, or not locations, the supply closet has Char, the Alaskan Malamute. When an enemy enters your space, deal a damage to it. The next time you take damage, ignore it and discard this card instead. The satellite is not considered in your backpack, but the card may be kept there. Ooh, I want the puppy. I want the puppy. There's an axe in the tool shed. That's appropriate right there. And then the ski dozer keys. So the ski dozer is right here. That's a little too far for me to read. You may now use the ski dozer. The ski dozer token must remain outdoors and may be used for either of the following effects. Move to an outdoor space, or when in the outdoor space just outside the lab, place the whole token there, which makes these two spaces adjacent. Oh, okay. Just outside the lab. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Okay. And that is in the commander's hut, which is also appropriate. Whew. Alright. What do I got? So, action phase. Action phase. Do I just start taking them into the lab? There's no way. God, do I risk it? Do I risk it? I know I need to watch this movie. I think there's two. There's a remake, but it's like a relatively old remake, and then there's an older movie, I believe. Frostbite means the frostbite icon means you, each victim, and each enemy in an outdoor space gain a frostbite token. So there's two people outside. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go outside too. Like what do you do? What do you do in this situation? I kind of like the commander's hut. To just go get the keys so I can move the the whole spot. And man, the lab, the lid. Do I risk it? Do I just go and just see if pink is safe? For one, I have a 33% chance to... No, actually, sorry. 33% chance to see if they're assimilated. I'm going to do it. It's going to be the death of me. Literally. So, let's start walking. I mean, cautiously walk and completely ignore people. Alright. That is a time down. So let's go 1, 2, and then walk again. Alright, 1 success. More time. Just walking in, be like, hey Joanne, you doing good there? Like just gonna prick your blood. Gonna be perfectly fine. Look, I know you're freaking out over needles, and are you freaking out over this glass of water? That's not. Well, I don't know if you're a parasite, or if you have rabies. Either way, it's not good for you. So, basically, how it works is in the lab, just draw a test card, and cut doesn't cost. It's a free action, does not cost time. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Test result on red. Safe. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Replace this and remove this card from the game. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, because I did not. So that means it's gray or black. So let's go with. I don't know what I'm gonna go with. So there's the play area. Thought I was gonna have to attack her. I'd be like, oh, see, you're fine. You're fine. I think I am going. Because I'm gonna probably start moving. Let's see. Oh, there were 2 people with me. Actually, so whenever I went into the lab, I'll take these 2 with me. They were in the in that hallway. So I shall take them. And yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. You know what? I think I'll focus just 'cause. All right. So I'm gonna lose a time, but I'll lower a horror. Be like, ooh, okay, it wasn't you. I'm one step safer. Yeah, might get the axe, and then I'm gonna use my two-way. No, I don't want to use any more time right now, because I'm only gonna get to move a certain amount. Yeah. But I do have these 3 people that I can carry with me. I can't remember. I don't think there's any limit to how many people I can have come with me. Up to 2 victims. Okay, when leaving a space, you may take up to 2 victims. Good deal. It's good to know. Good to remember. That's fine. That's not bad. Still group them all together. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to call it there. So I have 3 time left. I'm definitely going to spend 2 of that to grab a sprint. Actually, let's discard 1 card to gain a time, because you can do that. That's something I actually completely forgot about. And then I'll spend the 2 time to grab a search card. So now, go back to 6. Panic phase, so they all panic. We'll start with the black meeple, so that's going to be a 4, which means you run away from me, and then, yep, then you run into the hallway. And these are 0s, so, oh, sorry, the killer phase, before the panic phase. The generator is out. Do not remove any. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Do not remove any. Actually, hold on, real quick. Here you are. Place test kit. Shuffle that. Yeah, I think. And any terror killer card actions normal. Card actions 1 at a time. Before the finale is triggered, they only perform the. Okay. Yeah, alright. So, anyway, terror card. Yeah, do not remove any frostbite tokens during the upkeep event, upkeep phase. Then there is going to be 2 events drawn. Ooh. First one, someone pulled the fire alarm. You and all victims in the main building panic. Ooh. You may spend 2 time to keep yourself from panicking. Interesting. Okay. And then we'll do this one. So, you and all victims in the main building panic. Okay, that's... I actually am not too upset with that, so we'll just start with... we'll start with the black one, so that is a 3, so move in there. Then we'll start with those 2, so it's a 2, not moving, and a 4, so one of them's moving into the hallway. The one in the hallway is a 3. So one's gonna run into the kitchen, and then the gray one is also running into the kitchen. Then the 3 in the lab, we got a 5. 5 out into the hallway. A 4 into the radio room. And then a 4 into the radio room. Then myself is a 3, so I'm out into the hallway. These 2 down in what looks like kind of like a lounge. A 4 into the hallway. And then last one is a 4 into the hallway. All right, and then chow time. Dinner. The victim nearest to the kitchen is now the chef. Okay. The victim nearest to the kitchen. All right. During upkeep, if you and the chef are in the kitchen, take either a health or... all right. So there's the chef right there. So the fire alarm is getting discarded, and then chow time. Hey, found the chef, and the chef is killed, then terror or horror goes up by 2. Then nothing moves, and let's see. Then these 2 guys are getting frostbite. Which is probably gonna kill them because frostbite now, yeah, they'll just die. They're in the each upkeep phase. Oh, sorry, they gain a frostbite. If another frostbite icon shows up, then they die. So I need to move them indoors if at all possible. Alright, well, I did move into the hallway, not the hallway I wanted to. Oh, you know, yeah, I'm in the triangle hallway. So I am currently right there, which is kind of perfect. Because then I can go to the supply closet. Or I can, actually... Okay, so I'm gonna use my... God, I don't want them to get an icon. So let's go ahead. I do have a sprint. I do kind of want the dog, so I am going to do my 2-way radio and lose a time. And have this one move inside. It's like, just get in the fucking building. You're freezing. You're naked. You took all your clothes off. You have hypothermia. You're not warmer. That makes 0 sense. Okay. Then I am going to sprint. Shit. That is going to be 1 success. So I get to move twice. So I am going to 1, 2, because I was in the triangle hallway, so I'll go up here and into the supply closet because I hear a dog barking. I will then search. Alright, 1 success. I'll just take the top item, which will be Char! Yay! It's not considered my backpack, but he's there, and then I will take a test kit that is also there. Yeah. And then I don't have any other movement, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, so then I shall get my cards. I have 4. I'm going to spend another 2 to sprint, because I kind of need to get all over the place. I have 2 left. I mean, I have my 2 walks, so I'm gonna get some movement now. I think I'm gonna grab the other search. I think that's gonna be super helpful. So I haven't saved anyone, but I'm gonna move through the hallway again. Hopefully that person doesn't die from hypothermia. Might. Alright, well, then we go, yeah, so that was the planning phase. Then we go to, there's search and sprint. Then we go to the killer phase, so there's no killer action, but we will draw a terror card. Bam. It just absorbed them. If there are no muted organisms in play, panic all exposed victims and terror goes up by 1. Alright. So I'm gonna panic, so we'll start with the black, which is 5, so he's just like panicking back and forth. No, I'm safe here. No, I'm safe here. And then 6, so running out into the hallway. And okay, so that was that. Oh, which one are you? Which one are you? And then, well, they're gonna panic again, so black. Oh, we moved down to the hallway with the other one. And gray moves outside? Oh, why'd you go outside? Alright, so now during the, this upkeep, that one meeple will finally warm up. I fixed the generator. So, let's go ahead and start hoofing it. Yeah. If I can move, man, if I can move 3, that'd be hot. 1, 2, I can't get through the lab. Oh yeah, the lab, that's what I need the snowplow for. 1, 2, 3, do I test kit you? Man, I just do not know. I'm gonna do it though. Okay, well, let's see what my sprint does. Alright, so that is going to be 3 spaces, losing a time. So, I'll run through the hallways. So I'm going to go 1, and then grab this guy who is over here. So 1, 2, then move into this hallway with pretty much everyone. And you guys can see those, right? Cool. So there's that. That costs the time. I am then going to... Oh, man. Walking, if I can move an additional 1, 2. Yeah, so I'm in the yellow hallway. While I'm there, you may discard this to test one of the exposed victims in your space to see if it has been assimilated. I mean, you have to test all of them. Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the test kit. Discarding the test kit on the black meeple. Safe. Ooh, man. So they are all good. So, ooh, all right. Good deal. So now I know that that's one. I know it's just going to be one mutated person, which is unfortunately that one. I have to figure out what it is and try to kill it. Unfortunately, I can't find him, and I can get him to follow me. But, so let's walk. I will probably discard 2 cards. I got a 5 and a 4. Let's get rid of a short rest and a focus. So 2 successes to be able to move twice. So let's go ahead and move 2. So we're going to go 1, 2 into here. That cost a time. So, nope. That's not the hidden weapons cache, and neither is that one. And then we are going to walk again. 1 success. I just need the 1 to go into this helicopter. So I'm going to take 2 with me. Boop. And then I'm going to lose another time using my radio to move this guy here. So move that into there and be like, go! Get them out of here! This one was infected. He's fine, though. But I'm out there. Now I am out there. But that's okay. Because my plan... Here's my plan. Is to move to the tool shed. And... yeah, it's to move to the tool shed to get the axe, but on the way, I will have to find the armory, and then probably search there. So that's pretty much that. That is my turn. So planning phase. I only have 2, but I need movement, so I'm gonna grab that sprint, go up there. These are 0s except for that sprint. And then we go to the killer phase. So no killer, but eventually there will be, and then terror. It's not safe in here. Each victim that is adjacent to a hallway moves into a hallway. So moves there. Not adjacent, you are adjacent. Panic 1 victim from each search space, there isn't none. Terror goes up twice. Ew. And then frostbite. So I'm gaining a frostbite. I'll just put that on my card. And oh, actually, that will kill one of them. I forgot to move the frostbite token here. And then this one has a frostbite on him, so that will raise that. But the airplane does move. Whew! Alright, so now I need to get inside. He was so close. He was so close. He's like, oh, finally. Warm bliss. And then he diarrhea. So that's just how that goes. Alright, let's see. So there's a lot of people in hallways now. And I need to, yeah, because I'm going to need to get to the tool shed. I have to get real lucky. Come on, Char. You can't, you're used to the snow and so can't you, like, make me a path so it's easier to get to the tool shed? Alright. Oh, then the panic phase. So, a 4. Where does that move you? That moves you into the commander's hut, where you will morph and then start attacking. Great. So that, yeah, so that was the panic phase. Then upkeep, which I'm not inside. He would have healed, but unfortunately that icon showed, so he died. Alright, now it is my turn. So I don't have a whole lot. I do not have a whole lot, so I'm going to sprint. Okay. I guess I'll discard 2 cards to get 1 success, so I can move up to 2 spaces. And that will be 1. Oh, okay. 1, and then here. So this is where the hidden weapons cache is, right outside the tool shed. So now, I can search there. And I do have a search card. So yeah, why not? Let's search. Okay, so 1 success, take the top item card in my space, causing me a time. The weapons cache, let's see what that said again. This space cannot be searched. Take all the weapon cards from the use and shuffle them to create the armory item deck. Do not reveal the top card. Okay, so I'm just taking the top card. The old revolver. Okay. There's a flamethrower in there, I know. And I was really hoping to get that, because I'm pretty sure, isn't there a flamethrower scene in the, I know there's a board game, I think, called The Thing at Outpost, whatever, 31, something like that, and yeah, you can get a flamethrower. But I will happily take the old revolver. May only modify the weak attack action. Okay, but it is a ranged weapon, so I will take that. Oh, it's the old revolver from what's his name? The guy who started this whole mess. Lizard. Yeah. Oh, wait, it might actually be. I just quickly read that. Raising the old revolver to his head, so I just see his frozen corpse covered in snow and ice, and then I'm just like cracking. Hey. Oh look, there's still 5 bullets in here. All right. Planning phase. I have 4. Okay. I have 4. And... oh, no, I have the frostbite token. So actually, I need to remember that's on him. But he isn't... no, he's not going inside. He is not inside. Alright. There's a lot of people. A lot of people. So I have 4... I think... what am I getting? Well, I'm going to get these zeros back. So I have my 2 walks. I'm going to spend 2 for a search. Yeah, and 2 for a sprint. I mean, just because I have to run around and, you know, search to get the test kits so I can figure out what he is. And then get inside. So... yeah, that's gonna be that. And I just forgot I should have been rolling 1 because horror is up quite a bit actually. So that's my bad. But I will probably do some focusing. Hopefully, only 1 focus right now. Search, focus, weak attack, and sprint. Okay, and then 0. And then killer phase. No killer action just yet. Just a new terror card. Someone is destroying the tents. Discard the... you gotta be fucking my ass. Oh, just not the tents. The test. Discard the test kit from... oh, God. From the thing closest to me. 1 normal victim within 2 spaces of the associated is killed. Luckily, there are none. No victim, 2 spaces from it. Okay. Okay, well, Tool Shed's dead to me now. Commander's Hut. Well, I guess that's fine. Panic phase. So, where are you going, buddy? A 5? Are you moving out? Are you moving out? No, you are just going to stay in there. You're just going to hide in there. You know what? Seclude yourself. If you know you're starting to act weird, that's fine. I'm still coming for you. So, it could have been worse. I can still go in there and figure out what you are. Oh, but that is not easy. That is not easy at all. Okay. Unfortunately, the helicopter did not move to the Arctic airport. I could have bought the Fly Faster to get him there, but I'll take my chances. Alright. So first things first, I'm going to focus. I'm only rolling 1 die, unfortunately. But it is a 6, so that will lower the horror by 1, causing me a time. So that kind of helps a little bit. I don't think I need the tool shed anymore. I mean, there's an axe there, which is not nothing. That's 2 damage, but it does take both my hands, and I think I'll take the revolver and a 2-way radio right now. So I am going to sprint. I'm now rolling 2 dice. Okay, 5 and a 3. I think I will get rid of... 1, 2. Yeah, I'll get rid of a short rest and a walk to make that 2 successes. So that will be a movement of 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. If only I had the keys. Then let's walk in there. Okay, 1 success. Still losing time, but that does get me into the building with you, with Ida, and I will search. 1 success, so costing me more time, right? I sprinted 1, then I walked 2. Oh no, I should just be at 3. Yeah. And I'm gonna get the ski dozer keys and the test kit. And while I'm there, You may now use a ski dozer. A ski dozer token must remain outdoors. It may be used for either of the following effects. Move to an outdoor space, or when in the outdoor space, just as place the hole. Ski test kit. Here's my worry. I'm going to know what it is. I'm going to know what it is. I'm not going to test yet. I am not going to test just yet. So, planning phase. I have 3 left. I'm going to get a focus and a weak attack. Okay, hey, that modifies the old revolver. And... I think I'm going to... This could be interesting. I'm going to spend 2 to get the sprint so I can move out. And then 1 to get the fly faster. And then search goes back. And then sprint goes back. And the rest are all zeros. And then we go to the killer phase. No killer just yet, but we do have a terror card. If there is no mutated organism in play, raise terror and discard 1 random action card from your hand. Okay. Well, that may or may not ruin my plans. I think I have a focus in here, and that would be ideal. And this one. It's the fly faster. Damn, they're still not getting there. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Whew. I don't know what it is, though. That's the terrifying part. So, then we have the panic phase. A 3 standing there. It needs to be a 1 or a 2 before they move out. All right. I mean, it has to, that's obviously the assimilated one. And when attacking range, where a number that indicates how many spaces away the killer must be to attack. Weapons with 1 or higher can only be used in your space. Okay. It's not up to. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I just do not feel prepared for that. But I think I'm gonna figure out what it is. So first things first, I'm going to focus. Shit. Okay, still lowering. I was hoping to gain time, but then I am going to... That's attacking a minion. Nope. Where are your weapons? How many spaces away you must be with it? Weapons. I don't think there's like a line of sight thing or anything. I think it's just kind of... Yeah. So. Okay. No, if I had a walk, it would be a little bit better. I do have a weak attack that I'm going to hold on to. Yeah, I'm going to use the test kit. So discard this to test one in my space, and it's obviously going to be assimilated. That's the only one that's left. Reveal the mutated organism and apply the bloodlust effects from the bottom, and then shuffle this back into the test result. There's no point because there's only 1 left. So it is this one. It is the... I don't know. I don't know what that one's called, but that is the gray one, and whoop, getting replaced with that. So, pretty sure frostbite doesn't matter anymore because it only matters for victims. And interesting, this killer panics. Okay. Interesting. A 6. Nope, staying in there. Alright. Interesting. So that is the crawling one. Wild. Wild. And yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, finale cards. So, just in case. Well, I did get lucky in the sense that it's only just the one, but now that's in there, I am going to sprint out. Just start crawling. Gonna sprint out. Oh, I should also set up its health. Yeah, I am rolling twice, but its health is 5. So let's see. Here are the final health tokens. Let's go with this one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, now I'm gonna sprint out of there. 1 success, losing a time. I am going to I'm gonna move 1 space. I'll run out. Then I'm going to weak attack and shoot through the commander's hut, through the open door as it's starting to chase me. Okay, that is 1 success. Ooh, but I take a damage myself. But I do have a revolver at least, so it's going to be 2 damage. So I do wing it. And then I'm going to use the ski dozer. I'm going to move to any outdoor space. So I'm going to start, as I get in, standing on the treadmill, I just fire. And then just see that it clips it as I'm not used to the recoil, so I hit myself like, God! And I get in, I'm like, stupid. I start driving away. Try and get to the lab. And that's my turn. That is my turn. Which is interesting. So then we go to the planning phase. I have 4. Let's get my zeros back. Oh, I don't have any attacks now. I forgot there's only 1 weak attack, so the revolver is only helping me for 1 thing. Yeah, so let's go ahead and I'm going to spend 1 to get a close call. And 3, because I'm probably gonna stay in the stupid ski dozer. Because if I get a helicopter thing, then I'll get quite a bit of cards, I believe. Where do I want to go? Or what do I want? I have 3 left. Searching. I mean, I could still run to the tool shed and get the axe. And try and kill it that way. But it is fast. It's going to be moving 2. Especially if it panics, it'll just run into my spot. But I do have the Husky, which can do a damage. That's pretty neat. Depends on if it panics or not. Just very... Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to spend 3 and get Improvise. So that will be that. Killer phase. So the killer action is he's going to panic. It's a 3, so still nothing. That's a 1 or a 2. Yeah, so nothing there. Then the terror card. It could be anywhere or anyone. Okay, there are exposed victims, so roll a die. If there are no exposed victims in play... Oh, okay. If there are no exposed victims in play, discard this. So, never mind. So, discard this and draw the next terror. Are we alone if there are no exposed victims in your space or in a space with discard and draw the next terror? Geez, yeah. So, there are exposed, or there are no more exposed victims. They just left. If there are no victims in play. Okay, there are victims in play. Remove one normal victim from the game, choosing one in an outdoor space if able. Okay, they just left. So there are no... I completely forgot I was frostbitten. Shit. Okay. Yeah, so remove one normal victim from the game. Let's remove this one from the hallway, which will raise bloodlust. And then, so then he's going to panic. There's a 1, so he will actually move out now. Then it's going to move towards the nearest victim, which is definitely in this hallway, so it runs in here. Doesn't attack, though. Just runs in there and sees 3 people freaking out. Then frostbite happens, which does hit me with a frostbite, so I do take a damage. But the helicopter does finally get to the airport, rescuing these 3 people. That's a faraway airport. But I will heal myself twice now. And then I will take a retaliate, and I will take a guard. So, retaliate and a guard. Boom. Okay. That... not too bad, not too bad. Then the panic phase. So, a victim was killed. Oh, no they weren't. No they weren't. A victim was killed in the triangle, just not in the moon, so not the yellow hallway. And we're very close to the finale, which is going to be unfortunate, because then it's going to start targeting people moving twice and then attacking. But, fortunately, I do not actually have a weak attack. Sprint is now gone. Fly faster is there, and then my zeros. Hoo-wee! Well, I got a bunch of defense now, which is good. Close call, I can start walking. Okay. Let's... Oh, I didn't get a search either. Do I just maneuver myself to try and wing it with a revolver? But it only improves the weak attack, which I only have 1 of. I do need to get inside, though, because that frostbite is going to get very old very quickly. And I believe the helicopter has to start moving back. Yeah, has to start moving back. What do I want to do? I think... Yeah, so we're going to use the ski dozer to maybe use for either. So let's move it here with me. Maybe use for either if I may move to an outdoor space, move to any outdoor space, or when in the outdoor space, just place the whole token. Then, fortunately, because I didn't grab a search. But, ooh, actually, I have a lot of defensive cards. So I think I actually will start moving in. So we are going to walk, drawing 2, or rolling 2. So that is going to be a time, and 1 there. Don't have any other sprint, unfortunately. So let's walk again, just creeping with the revolver, aimed high. Shit. What cards do I want to get rid of? I like all of these. Actually, I will do... Yeah. I'll do close call and re-roll blank. There we go. There's a success. Okay, so I don't have to discard. And so I will move 1 inside. Unfortunately, that's the best I'm going to be able to do. Although I will focus just while I'm there. Okay, 1 success. Lowers horror a little bit. Still lost some time. And that is going to be my turn. Yeah, I got a bunch of defense, but now let's go to the planning phase. Let's get my zeros back. And I will spend 2 for a sprint, and then 1 for this close call. Go into 6. Close call goes back there, and the rest are zeros. Then we go to the killer phase, where the killer will panic. Very interesting that the killer panics. Like, I never actually see that. So, that... Oh, shit. Ran in there. Alright, terror card. Ooh, we'll be dead by morning. Hey, good morning. 2 terror. Okay. Ugh. Alright. So I have to choose one. Raise terror by 2 or bloodlust by 1. Shit. Oh, man. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating. I don't want to raise bloodlust because, well, I'm raising terror by 2 regardless. Because I either choose one and I raise terror by 2, or I bloodlust and bloodlust goes up and he targets the nearest, which is the chef, and then he attacks it and then he just kills the chef, which raises horror by 2. So I'll just raise horror by 2 and just keep the chef alive. He's my buddy. Then choose one. I can panic all victims or panic myself. Could get really lucky and panic myself. 50-50 shot. I go into the hallway. I'll panic myself. 50-50. 1, baby! That's what I wanted. So I'm in the blue hallway. And then he's going to he's just going to stay there. Unfortunately, I do take a damage from the frostbite, but the helicopter does start moving back. Yay! Very low on... I think there's 1 terror card left. Yeah. So after that, in the upkeep phase, we'll reveal a finale. Okay, so that was the killer phase. Panic phase. No, yeah, no one was dead, so that thing just chases after. Yes, but I am indoors now, so I do get rid of the frostbite token. Okay. So now we go to the action phase. This is what I wanted. Time to sprint, baby. I hear the chef screaming. Fuck, I'm only rolling 1. That sucks. I think that's still fine. But that ends my turn completely. Yeah. Alright, not what I planned on doing, but you gotta improvise. So, improvise, rolling 1 die. Okay, so it's a 5. That's 1 success, so 3s and 4s. So I have a 50-50 shot. Sprint. Alright, there's a 4. So that's a success, so I get to move up to 2 spaces. So, I'm here. I'm gonna go there. And with my revolver, I'm going to shoot it. And still only rolling 1 die. 6, baby! Oh, that hurts myself, though. Ew. But that is going to be 2 damage to it because of the revolver, so... just clip it. It is not feeling good. Ooh. Oh, I do have a focus. Guess I could have focused and just gotten rid of 2 cards. I think I am going to... I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to discard 2 cards to get a success and lower that. So I'm still going to lose a time. So I guess... Yeah, I guess it wouldn't matter either way. But I do want a short rest now, but now I get to roll 2 dice. And get 1 success, still losing me a time, but I do heal 1 from... It's like, I gotta get used to this recoil. How did Lazard handle that instead of shooting up in the air? And I have 1 retaliate left, so now it's gonna go to the planning phase. I only have 3. Let's get a guard and a close call. And these zeros back. So, close call going there, guard going there, and sprint. Alright. Then the killer phase. So he is going to panic. Ooh, come on, please roll a 4. It's a 2! Dang it. Yeah, he needed a 4. There was 6, because if he entered my spot, my dog could have finished him off. Alright, last terror card. Hit and run. If there is no mutated organism in play, there are. Okay, so he is going to target the closest victim, which is going to be the chef. Unfortunately, this is going to be gross. He's going to attack him, and it's 1 damage, and that's all he takes. So the chef is killed. No! I tried, which raises horror by 2, which raises bloodlust, which means he would attack a victim, but now he is going to move towards the nearest victim. He's moving twice, so he's going to move into here, which now I'll move into. So we're all in the yellow hallway. And, actually, this is fantastic, because he entered my spot. When an enemy enters your space, deal a damage to it. It had 1 health left. It's trying to feast, and... No way! Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it didn't kill him. Oh, I was hoping the dog got him. Dog bit into it. It just like brushes char off. Oh, so fuck. We are now out of terror cards. Damn. Well, he's not attacking me. And then, yeah. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer space. So those 3 are going to panic. So we got a 3. Where's the 3? Oh, go into the kitchen. So that's 1 in the kitchen. A 4. Up into the rec room. And then a 5. 3, 4, 5. Into that room. Looks like an office. So they hand reveal a finale. There are no tarot cards left. So this is finale. That's rough. Reductive assimilation. When this card is revealed, any remaining exposed victims are immediately assimilated. If there's only 1 mutated organism... No way. If there's only 1 mutated organism in play and you are in its space at the beginning of the killer phase, you have been assimilated and lose the game. Okay. Whoo! Okay, I thought it was just like I didn't see that at the beginning of the killer phase. Wow. So that is that. So it's trying to turn me into one of them. Shit. Shit. Oh, that's the worst. I have a bunch of defensive cards, but it's not attacking me anymore. Oh, man, but he's going to be rushing towards me. He's going to panic, then move towards me, then he moves fast, too. He's going to panic multiple times. Weird. So you just don't know where he's going to go. And I don't have... So it's basically, I mean, yeah, he can attack, which defends, but weird. Okay, well, it's the action phase. We're in that yellow hallway. It's just like staring me down, trying to grab me and morph me into whatever the fuck it is. I only get 1 die now to try and move. So let's focus. Rolling 1 die. Let's close call that. Oops. To re-roll it. Shit. I'm going to discard 2 cards to... Why was that 3? Yeah, to lower horror by 1. And it's my weak attack. And here it is. So now that I get to roll a couple more dice, let's walk out of here slowly. 1 success, moving me twice. Let's move here. I don't want to go outside. And then I'll end my turn. Grab my zeros. I have 4 left. Let's spend it on a Furious Strike. No, let's spend it on a Distraction and a Close Call. So that's 4. Moving that back up. Guard. Close Call. And then the rest are zeros. Alright, killer phase. So I am not in the same space as the killer. So it doesn't turn me. He's going to panic. Well, yeah, at the beginning of the killer phase. Okay, is what it says. And you were in its space at the beginning, which I'm not. Okay, so he's going to panic. 6, which moves him into here. No, sorry. Moves him into here. Then, because we're in the finale, he goes after the closest. He's not going to move, but he is going to attack it, so he's killing this one, raising the bloodlust, which causes him to panic. So it's a 2, so he's moving there. And then... yeah, that's it. That's all he's doing. Wow. Wow. Man, I was really hoping if he panicked into my spot. I want the dog. I want the dog to kill him, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to. Okay. It is my turn. I don't have a move. I just realized I do not have a move. Ugh. That's that. So, just as a breather, I'm just slowly loading the revolver. Where is it? Oh my god! Hey Billy, how you doing? Just, oh god. Oh man, alright, let's do a focus. I get to roll 2 now. 1 success, losing time, but lowers horror by 1. Let's do a distraction. It's a close call that. I'm actually going to lose 2 time to reroll all dice. Okay, 1 success there on the distraction, which lowers horror and gains me a time. The distraction, you know, of course, being my colleagues at Station 28. And then I will short rest. And... oh man, that's rough. Okay, I didn't get a single... I do heal 1, which is all I needed to heal. However, raising horror, losing time, and completely ending my turn. Which is fine, I was going to end my turn there anyway, but then I basically negated one of the horror raises. That sucks. Okay. Well, that's that. I'm going to gain cards. I only have 3 left. So let's do 1 for a close call and 2 for a sprint. Then, then we have a close call, we have the distraction, and then the rest are zeros. Then we go to the killer phase. I am not in his space, so we will resolve his killer action. And he's going to panic. which is a 4. So moving back into there. Then he is going to go after the closest victim. There are none in the hallway, so 1, 2. It's going to be... he's moving 4. But he's basically going to run into the rec room and kill that guy, which causes an event. There's been an accident in the lab. An explosion has occurred in the lab. Anyone in the lab immediately takes a damage. Place the whole token over the bottom wall of the lab. The lab is now... Oh, hey! How appropriate. That's funny. There we go. So that was close. Locked 2 people there. And... yeah, that is that. Ooh, not a lot of people left alive. Oh, but if he gains it. Okay, so now it's my turn. That is perfect. So let's walk. Rolling 2 dice. I'm going to discard 2. I don't need a focus or a walk to get a success. Losing a time. Moving 1 space into the hallway. And then going to weak attack. And close call to, let's lose 2 time. Re-rolling all dice. That's even worse. Okay. Discarding 2 cards to make a success, which will make weak attack deal 1 damage to me. I just have not gotten used to the recoil of this revolver, but dealing 1 damage with the old revolver, making it 2 damage, and shooting and killing for the last time the whatever organism that this one is. And it is truly dead this time. Yeah. So, yay! I did it! I killed it, and that was that. Did mine have health? No! Freaking the 2 healther. I think there's a 1, 2, and a 3. Yeah, there's a 3 one. Okay, so my thoughts on the organism in Station 2891. It's really good. Like, I think this one is kind of, it reminds me a little bit of the Haunting of Creech Manor, like the one with the poltergeist, in the sense that you're not really, I mean, it's better. Like, I actually enjoy this one. Because what you need isn't completely random. You don't have to search through a deck and hope you get lucky. But it's in that sense that you're not, the killer isn't out immediately, or you're not kind of directly engaging with the killer. It really encapsulates the fear of not knowing who to trust, and all the tarot cards really hit that home. A lot of them saying, like, if there's exposed victims, something happens. If there are none, then you just do the next one. I think it's really cool. Like, this one's kind of extremely random, but random in a good way, because it's very atmospheric. Because when it's easy to get the test kits or have them follow you to the lab, but you run that risk of, like, okay, I'm going to check and see if you're, assimilated or not. And there's only 3 cards in there, 2 of them being safe and 1 being assimilated. And the assimilated one gets shuffled back in. So if that's the first card you draw, like, it could have easily gone that this monster was out the entire time. It's more, this one, I got extremely lucky, because it's like that one being the only one out is a little bit easier, because you don't know where it's going to move exactly. But it moves quick, goes after victims, kills them, raises the bloodlust, because what this one feels like it needs to be is this is the one that wants to come out first and wants to come out early. Because then, when you reveal the next one, oh, it's this big motherfucker with 6 health, but because he's killed a bunch of victims, when this one comes out, you check from bottom to top. So, oh, now this one's going to move to the nearest victim, raising horror. Killing the nearest victim, raising horror, healing, doing an event. because you do all of those from bottom to top. So it's like the dog-like one is the one that is prepping for the other ones to come out. And I do think that that's really, really cool. Like, that you're just like, okay, here are these 3 victims. I don't know if they're going to be good or not. And you just shuffle that deck and you test them. And you can prep for it. Like, especially the way if you get lucky like I did and the first 2 you test are safe. Then it's like, okay, well, now I know that one's messed up. I just don't know what he's going to turn into. But you can prep and plan for that. Or you can push your luck and just be like, and test, and that's the very first one, then it gets shuffled in. Because you have to test all of them. The only way to win, I mean, because it says it in the rules, to win you must test the exposed victim to find out which ones have been assimilated and destroy all mutated organisms. So because they're called exposed victims, you have to test every single one. So it could range from 1 to 3 mutated organisms, and I like that variety. I think it's probably impossible if you have 3 I haven't had 3 organisms out. So it's just it's really, really cool that way. I think what's really interesting, so that's like the organisms, and they all do their thing, and they all have the one finale and stuff. But you go, if there's multiple out, then you go from left to right in terms of what their actions are. Because the thing is such a, like, that concept is terrifying. Like, just the unknown and the fact that it perfectly mimics your colleagues and you just have no idea is terrifying. And the Station 2891, I think the most unique thing about it is the fact that it's not as simple as, hey, get to the exit. Like, you can herd them all and be like, go, and then you get benefits. You have to herd them to the helicopter, and then the helicopter has to make it to the airport. So if you choose not to get the fly faster to get the helicopter there and back, you're at the whim of your terror deck. And so because you're outside, you're getting frostbite, which is hurting you, hurting the victims that are out there. Yeah, and at least I really like the fact that you start with a 2-way radio, so if they get frostbite, you can call them indoors and be like, okay, come in here, but then they're inside with potentially the organism. But then it's not just a matter of like, got to the airport, okay, it's immediately back. No, you have to wait for it to come back. So if you want to unlock your band ability, that's kind of like a main focus for you. You're like herding them all out, calling them like, fly faster, fucking get there, just to get them there and back. But you have to find the exposed victims. I think this one is really, really good. Again, lots of variety. Like, I mean, not in terms, like, obviously more events, all the items. That's all really cool. The terror deck is insane, but the fact that there are 3 different killers that come out at any given time, and you have 1 to 3 of them, is really, really cool. So this one's awesome, but I'm not like super raving about it because it you can have those highs of like stress of like, oh man, but I didn't feel completely threatened when it was the dog, because I'm like, okay, the dog doesn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, it panics, and it happened to get a finale that was kind of like, if it starts the killer phase, I just lose. I become assimilated that way. But that would have to be, there was one opportunity where I had an opening hand. I'm like, I don't have any movement. Oh shit. But that would have been my fault. It's kind of easy to be like, not in its spot. Because the way the wording on that card specifically says it's like at the beginning of the killer phase, but I can kind of see if that was the plan and like that's checked when the killer panics. Because if the killer panics and then moves into your spot, then that's checked. That could have gotten you, but because you check that, it's like it just doesn't time out right. So it's really easy to kind of avoid that particular finale card. But again, that's because I got extremely lucky on 2 of the exposed victims being safe, and then that being the only one out. If there were like 2 or 3 mutated organisms out, then chances of me starting in a spot with a killer is a lot higher. So again, that's the variety. If these scenarios or boxes played out the exact same way, this game would have no legs. But every single box does. I mean, not just in terms of playing each individual box at its space and location, but like the fucking mixing and matching. Like, oh, let's do the organism on the one I just played on the what was it called? The USS Conrad? The USS Conrad. Like doing mixing and matching and being like, oh, let's do the thing on the alien ship and then the xenomorph in Station 2891. That's fucking terrifying too. That's just the fantastic nature of Final Girl. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably gonna give the organism and Station 2891. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. I was thinking 8, but just the sheer atmosphere, the cold, dark weather, or just being in in the Antarctica where there's no real sunlight. It's not like you walk out and you're snowblind or anything. It's always gray and and dark and cold, bitter, freezing cold, and then you have to either deal with the temperature, or you have to go back inside and be like, hey, we've known each other for a while. Oh, okay, so yeah, so your stomach is opening up. That's cool. Yeah, they're so far these are killing it. So I'm gonna give this one a 9. But that's it for this one. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.